So let's get going. Welcome everybody. This is our 10-minute webinar training session. These are intended to be nice and quick, but truly effective. And the idea is basically to just take a small break out of your day and kind of give you something that you can take away. Today's training is one that's extremely important to everybody, and it's one that we probably have the most excitement about here, and the most feedback from our client base. So, two-factor authentication for Office 365. It is by far and away the most easiest and most important thing that you can do for security in your organization. Number one, it's free. It is completely of no charge. Number two, it is more important than the password that you have on your account. If your credentials ever get leaked, or anybody in your office credentials ever get leaked, if you have two-factor set up properly, the chances of them getting into your account are so minuscule. It's amazing. Like I said, it's free, and the amazing part, it literally is going to take 3 minutes. We're going to show you start to finish. The whole thing is done in 3 minutes. The other thing I want to show you is that we'll be sending along in this video, for everybody who attends the video, we have this this document that we have set up to actually set steps through what we're going to cover in the video as well. But then also up on our website where we have the video link, we're going to have a link to this document as well. So you can actually disseminate this to your staff along with the video link. So it's kind of a hand in hand going through. So with that, let's get started. Like I said, this is only going to take the actual steps take literally 3 minutes. So let's get going and show you what they look like. All right. So first thing we're going to start off with is we're actually going to go to Microsoft's website. What you're going to do is go in, you're going to type in a very simple address up here. So as you can see, we're going to type it in. Right here, it is HTTPS aka-MS for Microsoft, and then a / for MFA setup, multi-factor authentication setup. Once we're in there, you're going to see that it's going to most likely prompt you for your username and password, or for your email and password. There are times where it may not prompt you, and that's if you're already authenticated in there, it will not prompt you for that. It'll automatically log you in, but we're going to go in as a new user here and actually enter in our username and password. Okay, once we're into this section, we're going to click next, and then we're going to, so by default, it's going to ask you how you want to authenticate. All right, we're going to change it over to use the mobile app. Now, this is where I'm going to say that we can use the Microsoft mobile app, which we tend to recommend using the Microsoft mobile app. We're going to show you how to get that mobile app in a second. But you can use this with other two-factor authentication apps. So if you already have one that you use and you're familiar with, maybe it's Google Authenticator, maybe it is Auth-Anvil, maybe it's Passly, maybe it's Duo. This will typically work with those as well. So you can use the same authenticator. We like the Microsoft one because it's actually a push notification. So it's actually a little more seamless to use it. So that's the one we're going to show you how to use here. So when you go through, you're going to click on the mobile authenticator here and click setup. Once you do get to this point, you're going to get to this QR code. So now you're going to stop and pause on the website part of it. And so now what you're going to do is actually take out your mobile phone, and you're going to actually get the app. Now, as I mentioned, if you have an authenticator app, you can probably use that one. You're just scanning a QR code in here. Again, this is how to download the Microsoft Authenticator app. You just go in, press download. Literally, we're doing this real time, so you can see how quick it is. There's also, in our documentation, we have the QR codes to actually bring you right to the apps on the App Store website. So when you get this documentation, you don't even have to Google, you don't even have to search in the App Store for it. You can just simply scan the code and get right to the app. So as you can see, the app is pretty straightforward. It's going to ask you, do you want to authenticate? Do you want to go forward? Yes, I do. All you do is hit yes. All right, once you do that, as you can see, all you do is just point it right at the screen. Once you point it at the screen, it's going to say, oh, hey, this is who you are. You just verify it's your email address, which it should be, and just have it go up online. You hit OK, done. Now you approve it on the website. Pretty much straightforward. As you can see, it's all just prompt. You walks you through. You hit the next button, done. Now what you're going to do is go back over to the website itself. Once you're at the website, you're just going to hit next. It's going to come through and say, okay, let's make sure that I'm talking to your device correctly. So it's going to sit there, and at this point, what it's doing is actually talking to your mobile device, your iPhone, Android phone, iPad, whatever it may be that you're setting up. It's making sure that it can communicate with it. Once it does, it says, okay, great. Now what I'm going to do is do a backup plan. So basically what it's saying is, okay, if you lost your phone, how am I going to get in touch with you? And it's going to ask you for a mobile number in there. And it's going to say, okay, I want to be able to touch you a certain way. So that way you don't get locked out. Now, one thing I want to talk about too on this is that when you authenticate to your to the device, it's only going to ask you once per device. It's a big question that we get. All right, so next we're going to go through, and that is the whole thing. That is literally how easy it is. It's just step by step how to get through and get into the app. Like I said, it's 3 minutes that are going to be the easiest 3 minutes of your life. It's going to be the most important 3 minutes that you and your users do. Here's our step by step on how to get in here. Go to the Google Play Store, App Store, or you can just type it in. Like I said, we line this out step by step. We're going to give you this document at the end going through. Here's our list of webinars that are coming up. I'm going to look at the Q&A real quick. Okay, so a couple questions. Do the users have to do this over and over again because that's what they're afraid of? No, they don't. Typically, you only do it once per device. There are security settings that might be across your company that they might enforce it a little bit more often, but typically it's only once per device. That's why this works really well. Once on your computer, once on your mobile phone, once on whatever devices are, then you're done. You don't have to do it again because you have that. It's what's setting up as a trusted device at that point. Not much more you can do. Can I use Google Authenticator? Yes, you can use Google Authenticator. That will work as well. Number one question, will the video be available? Yes, the video will be available up on our website. So you can send this off to the users. Again, what we're going to do on this video is we're going to put a link to that PDF document as a step-by-step. So what we want you to be able to do is send this to your users, both the video and the PDF. Jen, is there anything else that I am missing?
No, I think you covered it.
Okay, so this one is a true to form 10-minute webinar, and that was the goal, to try and go through this and show you how to do it and just show you how quick and easy it is to get this done. This is going to be a big part. For those of you attending, please sign up for the cybersecurity webinar, which is just next week. That's we do quarterly cybersecurity webinars. These are really important for everybody in your organization to watch, so that they know what your security practices are, what the best practices are. We do things like how to find a phishing email, how to track any social engineering, all sorts of things that you really want your users to look out for and keep an eye out for, and just all the new unfortunately, all the new breaches that are coming out. So again, that's coming up once a quarter. We have one next week. Please make sure you and your users attend it.